Okay, so as you guys know, this channel is not a biking channel, and so the purpose of my channel is never about biking. However, as I started telling people that I'm going on this 75-day biking trip, everybody started asking me, okay, what are you taking with you, what's happening, all those details. So this is kind of what I have on the bike. I'm going to have all these things on the bike, and I'm gonna do a separate video explaining all the panniers and what's gonna be for what, and I'm gonna start unpacking them over the last 40 days. So 40 days ago I decided to go on this 75-day trip. I'm not a biker. I'm actually pretty I'm 270 pounds, so I haven't biked for I hadn't biked at the time for a very long time. And one day with our electric bike, we went for biking, and I have a herniated disc, and because the bike was very low and it was electric, my back didn't hurt, and we biked for 4 hours. And then we got home, and I was thinking, wait a second, we just biked for 4 hours, my back doesn't hurt, and now I'm very happy. And how far can I go without stopping? And I live in Vancouver, BC, and I said, well, okay, I can go down to San Diego from Vancouver, and that's technically how it all started. Then I was having a conversation with a friend, and I told him, hey, this is what I'm thinking, and right away he said, this is the worst thing you can do, and you're gonna die. And the moment that he started saying all of those things, I started thinking about our students and our clients in the business world and how everybody discourages them. And I mean, if I want to start a business, nobody tells me I'm crazy just because they know my history and other things. But because I am unfit and I haven't done exercise for a long time, everybody tells me I'm crazy. And it's kind of the same thing for people who want to start their business. If a person has been an employee for a long time and everybody around them are employees, then everybody looks at them and then says, well, you can't do this and you're crazy and all of those things. And it just kind of like that connection made me want to do this even more. I mean, like, I don't know if you're like me. If you're like me, actually comment below that somebody tells you you can't do it and you so need to do that. And I realized that this is a great way also to raise awareness around all the challenges that people have getting back on their feet. So anyways, so that's how all the fundraising and all this bike trip and everything else started coming to the picture, where probably you're gonna see another video on it, and when that video is posted, we're gonna link it somewhere on this video or in the description where you can actually see the whole purpose of it. But back again to the packing and what's included here and what we're doing. So let's go there. Okay, so there's so many things that have been done to the bike that, I mean, it's impossible to disassemble and remove right now. So I'm just going to do a quick tour of all the modifications and all the changes I've done so far to this, and then we're going to go to the table and do other things. So the first thing is the mirrors. Obviously there's one mirror that side, one mirror this side. The problem with the mirrors with this bike is that this hole is super small, so you got to get a mirror that actually works, and that kind of almost worked, and this is the same thing as well. Now this one, I have actually, there's a turn signal and also brake signal and other things. So in the back it actually has this little piece that you can actually turn on, and you can have all the things, and you can actually click on the signal light and it gives you signal. So it just goes to right and left, and so it gives you signals. The other thing is, obviously there's an electric bike, so that's the electrical bike part, and this is a GoPro cell phone holder, and the electric bike screen, and also the cell phone holder. And this is a little horn that actually, if I honk, is actually pretty loud, and it has 4 different sounds. And I kind of put descriptions of as many things as I possibly can in the description. Added the water bottle holder down there. There is the front rack, and funny enough, when I was buying the front rack, Rad told me that this premium light actually isn't a good match with the rack, like they're not compatible. And what I did, I actually switched this part and turned it around. So I opened it up, turned it around, and it kind of worked. I understand why they say it's not compatible, because technically it's supposed to be underneath and it has to be upside down, and it doesn't work that way. But if you don't want to put a basket on it, which these 4 holes are for putting a basket on it, so pretty much it actually works like that. And I made the seat custom built for myself. So what I did, I went to car upholstery and the car upholstery, I gave them the original seat because it was really good seat, but it was small for me. So I gave them the seat, they drew it, and they actually made it bigger in the back, and they put car cushion below it. I was very happy with it, but now I'm riding it for 4 hours. So I started riding it for more than like kind of regular hours, like 2-3 hours. And I realized I need more cushion. So I bought this kind of top part for it, and I cut the corners, which actually makes the bike look cheaper, which is great because you want a bike apparently look cheaper for security purposes. And this part is called the controller in electric bike, and the original controller that comes on this bike has several limitations. So I actually changed that to a 35 amp controller. This is a very well-known upgrade to all Rad power bikes. So if you search on YouTube, you'll be able to find all of that. And I feel like that's that. I needed to remove all of this to make the video look better, but it's just too many things. And oh, this piece, I also added this piece myself for this side and that side, so I can put the panniers on top of that, so it actually gives me more space for the panniers. So as I'm putting the panniers on top, you will see how that'll work with the panniers. So it's quite a lot of customization in this little thing. I actually never thought it's gonna go this far, and obviously here we are a few months after, like not a few months, few days after I started, about 40 days after. So let's begin with unpacking the panniers. So let's talk about the different pieces of this setup and what is for what. So this is all my wet clothes. Technically this is gonna go on top of everything else in the back of the bike, which includes my laptop. It also has my passport and my ID and everything else, which means when I'm parking somewhere to go shopping, I can actually take this, put it on my shoulder and walk away, because this is the most valuable thing on the bike for me. So that's the first piece, and this is a waterproof bag, 25-liter bag. I wished there was a place on top of it like this where I could easily access all my stuff, but unfortunately there is nothing on top of that. And this is part of a pannier set, which I really love, because these three come together, but they have to get connected to each other. So I can't put this one on top and put that at the bottom. So I wish I could actually use this one as my main one, but then now I have to use that one. Now for security purposes, although that's really good, because the pockets inside that is actually pretty deep, so even for me to reach anything valuable I have to really work for it. So so that kind of is pretty secure. So anyways, so this is all the wet clothes. So I'm gonna open that. That is also clothes, and I'm gonna also open that one. I'm gonna open all of these anyways. And this is my camping gear, so my tent, the footprint, and these two also are camping gears. And this one is all biking gears and repair and anything that I need to have handy beside me. So I'm gonna do a video. I'm gonna kind of show all of these things. Now, here is the thing. I weighted all of these things, and the most interesting part is that all my camping gear, so these four are about 12 pounds, which I'm very proud of this because I have pretty much everything in this for 12 pounds. I'm very proud of that, for being able to get it to that weight. And then the clothes and my electronics are about 20 pounds. And considering the amount of electronics that I'm carrying with me, for 20 pounds for everything for 75 days, that's really amazing. And I'm like, yay, we are doing it really well. 12 pounds and 20 pounds, we're going to get 32 pounds for everything a person needs for a trip, right? So if I was backpacking, this probably would be all I needed. Except I am electric biking and because of my herniated disc, I need extra power just in case if my back craps out and I can't continue riding. I need to be able to get myself to safety. So I need to carry extra batteries and I also need to carry a lot of bike fixing gear. And so if I add all of those things together, they're all going here, and this one bag alone is 32 pounds. So so it kind of that brings all my total to 64 pounds, which I believe it's pretty good weight. But again, if this wasn't an electric bike and I wasn't carrying extra batteries, probably this could be only like 8 pounds. But because of all the extra things, and it's much heavier. So I could actually get away with everything for 40 pounds, including fixing bike fixing stuff. But then now I'm at 64, and let's open each bag and let's talk about each of them separately, what they are and what's happening. Well, let's do this. So right now, just for the setup purposes, I have my GoPro on my helmet, and that allows me to look at things and be able to show you exactly what I see, the way I see them, and share things with you. So okay, let's put the bike aside and let's talk about each bag separately. So the first bag is this bag. This bag is kind of like more valuable stuff and all the electronics plus all the wet things. So this bag is going to go on the very top, and so this is a headphone, and you normally don't use a headphone, usually you need just a headset. But I need a headphone because when I'm connecting a microphone to my anyways, there's a fork that connects the iPhone to a microphone, and then you will need a speaker to be able to hear what that says. Anyway, that's a very technical thing. So that's I'll just carry a headphone with me. This video is not associated with WestJet or anything. Just forget that you saw that mark, that brand. Okay, anyways, so this is for this set of shades, and the reason I really like this is because it comes with different colors. And one of the things I like about this is actually one of the pieces that it has, one of the glasses that it has, there is no color, so it's just a clear lens. Now why I like this is because at night I can just switch to this one, and that will allow me to protect my eyes without needing to worry about the color correction. And obviously if that breaks, then I can switch to another color, and that'll get me going without needing to worry about anything. In this bag, this is a compression bag. I'm not using it as a compression bag, I'm just using it as a pouch. is the outdoor research 10 liter bag, and I have all my cables in it, and I have a lot of cables with me, and there are lots of chargers and other things. One of the things that I have in this that I kind of like is, and this is going to be weird, and again, one of the reasons things are heavy with me, is this kind of a power bar. Now the reason I have this is because sometimes in hotels you can only find one outlet, and I have batteries to charge, I have cell phone, I have camera, I have microphone, I have so many things, so I'll just carry this short outlet with me. But then one of the things that I love the most in this bag is this little USB hub. Now if I can find it quickly, this one. So this I didn't buy this actually from market for this purpose. So this was part of a device called Swivel, which is a videography robot that follows you anywhere you go when you're on the stage. And this came with it, and it has four 2.4 milliamp USB. Well, it is amazing because technically with one power bar and one of this, now I get 4 USB outs, and tada, I can charge all my USBs, and I can charge 5 more devices as long as I don't put too much pressure on the power bar. So that's really good. There are lots and lots of other cables. There's my Apple Watch charger, and there are lots of other things. I actually make a list for you down there in the description, just in case anybody wants to look at that list and see how it works. Now this you should actually roll it 3 times at least, and then you can remove the air. This particular one isn't waterproof, but it doesn't need to be waterproof because this bag is waterproof. So now there is another one that is waterproof, and I have my other stuff, the waterproof stuff, in that one. Again, here I have my GoPro camera stuff, and it's not just GoPro. Obviously we add everything, so these are extra batteries for GoPro, and then my GoPro battery there. This is the Rode Wireless Go. This is Wireless Go 2, and if you're wondering where the other 2 pieces, it's actually I'm wearing them right now recording this video. I have an extra mount with me, extra dead cat, and this is very cruel calling this dead cat, but technically what this is just it stops the wind from getting into your video. And there's actually another piece that I just arrived, and this allows me to connect the Wireless Go to an iPhone. So this way I can actually connect that to an iPhone, and there is another cable that goes from this to the receiver, but then I'm also using that part right now because I'm recording this video. So this is my GoPro set, and if you're thinking why is it empty, it's because all is being used right now. And then the windbreaker, really love Columbia windbreaker. I actually love lots of things with Columbia. They're very light, and actually shout out to Dr. Cynthia Bocara, because she was the person that introduced me to all of this stuff. As obviously right now is during the pandemic in 2021, I am carrying masks with me. I have reusable masks, obviously. We also have some kind of disposable mask, and this is a KN95. I just use this for flights, just in case. For flights I use a N95. That's why I have 2 of them, one for going, one for coming back. I don't need more of that. And just some. This is magical. This is a towel, and I'm a big guy. I'm 6 foot tall, 270 pounds. This little microfiber towel actually dry me up entirely, and it's just so impressive. So impressive. It's like, this is magical. I love this I have two of these with me. I have one in this bag, one in another bag, and anywhere that I need a towel, I just simply use these towels, and instead of carrying a very heavyweight towel. Again, this is my laptop. I'm not gonna open it. It's a Surface, the latest model, blah blah blah. Attestation forms for getting into the US. This is a storage bag for my quilt, which I'm gonna actually share with you later. And this is a kind of a for rain jacket, and it's amazing because it warms you up. It's really good. It's very light. As I say, like my electronics are heavy, but my camping gears are extremely super light. Like I can like kind of like one of us. I'm very proud of that, and I actually talked to quite a few number of people about that, about my camping gear and all the things. And this is a Columbia again, wet pants. So if it starts raining, then I'm gonna put this one on and that one on. And I bought spray, a waterproof spray, and put it on my shoes. I don't know if it's gonna work or not. It probably is not gonna work, but anyways, better than nothing. Now here inside this, there's a little pocket, and inside that pocket I have my passport, some money, and my little wallet. This magical wallet. Really like this wallet. I always use this anyways. It's not for this trip. I always use that wallet with me. So that is this bag, and I kind of actually, for this bag, I don't bag them very tightly. I don't roll up stuff. The reason for it is because I wanted to give a little bit of cushioning to my laptop, and kind of to act as protector for my laptop. So that's why in this one you will see that I'm actually purposely taking them out, and I'm putting it around it, and instead of being very delicate and making sure that everything is packed as small as it could. This one is quite opposite for this bag. Again, not worried about the weight or the space for this bag. So that's that. I'm gonna pack that bag again later. Now, on to the next one. That's again clothing. So that was clothes, and those are pretty much things I don't. I'll kind of. These are things that I'll need only once per day. These are things that I may need at any time. So, like for example, you may use your wet jacket any moment, right? It may start raining, stop raining, start raining, start raining. So that's what I said. Now, these little pouches, I love these. I bought this from MEC. You can just go and just get pouches in any size that you want. So this is my socks and underwear pouch. I really like that. I'm carrying two of everything, one for wearing, one extra. Again, another one of those microfiber towels. One pair of shorts. Obviously I'm gonna wear one. I'm gonna carry an extra one with me. And these ones, interesting enough, they are activewear from Old Navy. And I love them because they're very stretchy, very stretchy. So now this is, I'm a Leader t-shirt, I'm a Leader zipper hoodie. So for those of you who don't know me a lot, I always wear I'm a Leader t-shirt, and we also have I'm a Leader zipper hoodie. And I started the I'm a Leader movement several years back. I think it was in 2012, and I've trained like tens of thousands of people to be leaders. And anyways, just being a leader like this I'm a Leader leader mantra has been something that is very well known in my world for my students and my community. So we have this zipper hoodie, and this is super warm, and technically this is the only warm thing I need, I kind of didn't want to use the waterproof one. So if at night I get cold, I don't want to use a waterproof one in bed. All that noise, all that extra things, just not worth it. And I'm a leader t-shirt for my day-to-day stuff, and I'm a leader baseball tee. So I have one long sleeve, one short sleeve, and one zipper hoodie. And that's pretty much that. The biking shorts, I'm carrying one biking underwear and one biking short. So this will kind of give me extra padding for sitting on the bike for 4 or 5 hours a day, and one pair of jeans. Now, I could skip carrying the pair of jeans, except that sometimes I may be in town and will be cold, and I want to go out, and I don't want to wear wet pants to a restaurant. It's like all the noise, right, with wet pants and all those things, and not the best thing. So that's all my clothes for 75 days. Obviously, I wear one set, and this is one set, and then on top I have a pair of sandals. So that's a pair of sandals on top. For actually, those are very cheap and wet sandals. So what that'll help me do is when I get to a hotel or a campsite or somewhere and I just don't want to wear shoes anymore, I'll just can take out my shoes and just do things. So that's all the clothes. That's all I'm carrying as clothes with me. Okay. Now let's talk about camping gears. Camping gears. There is a tent and there is a footprint. Actually, this is not a footprint. Well, there is a footprint there as well, plus the cover for the tent. So the tent is a 1% tent, and plus the footprint and everything all go right here. This water bottle, my favorite thing. I can put hot water inside this. I will keep it hot at least for 12 hours, like warm, like hot water. And if you put ice in it and you put cold water on ice, pretty much keeps the ice. I actually, one time I kept the ice for like 36 hours. I had it by the side of my bed, and I mean, like, drank it that night, and the next night still there was ice in it, and the water was cold. It was amazing. So I always carry this, and probably what I'm gonna do on the road, I'm gonna buy one half-gallon plastic bottle or something, or I'm gonna figure out something. I'm gonna find something that I can carry more water with me, and just gonna reuse that. I'm not gonna keep buying plastic bottles or something like that, but then I'll probably figure out something on the road that I can carry more. I have a water bladder that I can take that with me, but it's just too big for taking on this trip. It's a backpack. Water bladder is 2 liter or half a gallon, but I just don't want to do that for this trip. So I'm gonna get more water, especially that I'm gonna be on Pacific Coast Highway. So I'm gonna find lots of things. So camping, always carry rope with you and a survival knife. So this survival knife is from my survival trainer, Brady Patterson. Dude, I love you. And this is a gift that he gave me, and lots of this setup is actually his help. So big shout out to you, Brady, for helping me with all the things, and also gifting me this. Actually, he gave me 2 gifts. One was this, and one was is a spark plug, where I can actually turn, like, kind of start a fire anywhere I want. I have a couple of these hooks here with me, just in case. I'm actually not using them right now, but all these little things at times come very handy, so I always carry something with me. I'm actually an avid camper, so I don't like I don't do wilderness camping, but I do camping quite a lot, and so kind of like I know that world kind of a little bit. So anyway, so this is a camping lighter. Obviously I could take smaller lighter, but I'm carrying a jet boil with me and I don't want to burn my hand, so I'm carrying that. Wool hat, that's actually really important for sleeping outside while you're camping. Many people don't know that, and they sleep without that hat, and they get cold and they freeze and they wake up and they're like, why am I freezing? That's why. Anyways, and I know that from experience, obviously. This one is a quilt, is the hammock gear economy quilt. I love this thing. It's super light, but a little bit bulky, smaller than a sleeping bag though. So definitely recommend this. This is amazing, super warm, keeps you warm really well. And this one is the Xped 7. So this combination, so this is down mat Xped 7. So this combination is an amazing replacement for a sleeping bag. I highly recommend it. Super amazing, keeps you warm, and super lightweight, and it's just bulky but super lightweight. But sleeping bags are bulky too. And this is a Jetboil Extra capsule. So I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna show you the Jetboil. Again, none of the things I'm showing here is sponsored by any company. Those of you who know me know that I don't get sponsorship for this type of things, and kind of not in this, not in my other businesses. You usually don't get paid for saying things to people. Anyways, so that's that. Lock that. So that remember that quilt is actually pretty, I mean, you can push it down really hard, but still you have to push it down really hard. Bungee cords, very important thing on bike trips, and also the headlamp. So I hope that I did not ruin that video, but this headlamp, it was the funniest story because I was actually shopping at Safeway, which is a chain here in Canada, and I know that you have in some cities in the US. And I just saw this in an aisle, and I just got it, not thinking that this would be a big deal, and just so bright and so amazing. So I just love that, and I just have it handy there with me. And then here inside I have my care package, which the care package has pretty much everything. One of the funny things is that anytime I watched any videos of other bike packers or backpackers, they never showed their care package. I always wonder, like, or like I never saw anybody is carrying nail clippers or nail files, or I don't know, floss or other things. And I'm like, how can you not carry anything? Like not, you're not shaving for the entire, like, I don't know, 75 days that you're on the road? I don't know. Maybe they don't, but I have to. I mean, like, not gonna not shave. I have my little emergency kit here, and I have my vitamin D and some extra things. Now, this candle, why do I carry a candle? I'm not sure why I'm actually talking about this on the video, but this is, how to put this nicely, a courtesy for the bathroom. And if you don't know what that means, look at the comments box. Probably somebody is answering that to you right now. Just a courtesy to yourself and courtesy to the other person. If you are sharing bathroom with somebody and you're sharing a room or something, good idea to always have candles with you. Just had too much space, so I took toilet paper. Don't really need to have toilet paper with you, but then I do. Again, remember, I have some space, right? So my problem is not really weight here on this trip for these things. My problem is weight for this bag, and I really can't do anything about that one. All the things I'm showing you barely kind of like all the extra luxury items I'm carrying with me barely kind of weighs to 2 pounds, but carrying them makes my life 10 times easier. And so whether I'm carrying 62 pounds or 64 pounds, not going to make the biggest difference in my experience in negative way, but it's going to make a positive, amazing experience for me. So obviously I'm going to go with the extra 2 pounds and just carry some stuff with me. This little thing, actually it says tahine. I am going to get tahine. I couldn't find tahine here in Vancouver, which is weird. But so I'm gonna go and get to US. I'm gonna get tahine. But this is a mixed spice that I made myself. And what it is, it's garlic powder, chili powder, paprika, smoked paprika, black pepper, and salt. And this will give you a really good seasoning for steak, for lots of other things. This is an amazing seasoning, and I didn't want to carry separate things, so I really like that. And then I'm also gonna have tahine. So if I want anything to be sour, I'm gonna use tahine. If I don't want them to be sour, then I'm gonna use this one, which although says tahine, is not tahine. So I'm gonna remove this after I get to US. I just don't want to remove it now. Chamois butter for butter, and this is dry shampoo. The dry shampoo is very unnecessary and at the same time necessary. Why? Because I mean, most places that you stay, you can actually just simply they give you stuff and you can just wash other things, right? However, sometimes I watch people that are camping and doing other things, and they haven't taken a shower for like 8 days or 10 days. There is this amazing person that I look up to, and because I'm talking about this, I can't actually say her name. I look up to her, and when it comes to bikepacking and all the other things, and in one of her videos, she was like, "Oh, I haven't taken shower for 10 days," and she was like, "Yeah, and I don't smell." I'm like, "I don't know how. You're an angel, but I probably wouldn't be able to survive for more than a day or two without taking shower." So anyway, so this is for dry shampoo in case if I can't find something. And this is called campsites, and this is amazing for washing anything. So your camping gears, your face, your anything. So these campsites, I really like them. And again, thanks to Brady for introducing this to me. Again, for my herniated disc, there are certain things I can't do, especially bending. And when I want to put my shoes on, that's the worst thing. So when I want to put my shoes on or my pants, my socks on, that's actually the time that I hurt my back the most. And so I have this foldable shoe horn with me, which normally you don't need to, but I have to, because if I don't carry this, that's gonna actually kind of hurt my back and I'm gonna be decommissioned. And this thing is for putting socks on for people who have herniated disc. If you know anybody that has a herniated disc or bad back and they don't know about this, please tell them. This can save them so much pain. It's just called the Sock Assist, and you can find them on Amazon. You can find them in different places. This is a game changer for me about my back pain. Jet boil. This is my, obviously, fork and knife and spoon, but the jet boil itself, this is the cooking system, which kind of has like all the pieces for cooking. I have the piece inside, so that's a capsule, and that's the spark that Brady gifted to me, and then the stove, and then you don't know what, pretty much this warms up the water in less than a minute, and then you have boiling water in less than a minute, and you can have noodles, you can have anything you want, and at the bottom of it there is the plate. So I have my plate and I have my jet boil, and I can eat anything I want and warm it up. Now, this is extra luxury, again, not needed, but I'm just gonna carry it because it gives me more option for choosing food, and I hate struggling with food. I mean, like, I want to just kind of like, if I'm getting a can, I want to open it. I don't want to struggle with my food to open. And if it takes only like 200 grams or 100 grams for it, or 3 ounces, let be it. Okay, this monstrosity obviously is an extra power bank. It's 80,000 milliamperes. It has 4 USBs. It has a USB-C. It has 2 outlet plugs. Pure and simple. If I'm staying out there in the woods, and it has actually 2 types of lighting system. So it has a lighting system on top, and it has a lighting system in the front, which works as emergency lights and other things. Anyways, this monstrosity, if I'm staying in the woods for 3 days or 4 days or 5 days, I'm gonna run out of juice on my laptop. If I run out of juice on my laptop, this is my way to go. I don't need this for my cell phone because I have another power bank for cell phone, but it doesn't have these power plugs, and also it requires more power. So this is 80,000 milliamperes, which will help me big time. Okay. So let's talk about the monstrosity bag, the 32-pound bag that's gonna go on my front pannier. And let's see why this bag is so heavy. I'll give you the answer right now, because there are 18 pounds of batteries in this, which normally even an e-biker doesn't need this much battery with them, and most likely I'm gonna even let go of one or both of the batteries that I'm going to carry with me extra. However, because of my herniated disc, I have to be very, very careful with how much pressure I'm putting on my back. And here is one thing. There is this misconception that because you are on an electric bike, you are not biking. And that's actually a really big misconception. An electric bike is about, like my electric bike with all the modifications I've already made to it, is about 80 pounds as it stands. And the majority of the times I actually have the bike off. So I'm actually using it. I'm 270 pounds and the bike is 80 pounds and I'm carrying 64 pounds of stuff. So this is a lot of weight that a regular biker normally doesn't carry. Okay, and I still have the bike in the majority of the times off. So if you look at it from that point of view, lots of times bikers come and pass me by, and just because I'm all carrying more stuff, I have the bike off, I have everything. But remember, I want to exercise, and I'm totally happy with this. I'm not in race with anyone. I'm just enjoying my own life, and I'm doing the things I'm doing. Okay. Now, sometimes if I want to just level it, I add about 70 watts or 80 watts or maybe 110 watts. And so I put it on pedal assist 1 or 2, which allows me to be able to kind of level that extra weight that I'm carrying with a regular bike. And that battery right there is 640 watt-hour battery, or around that amount. And that means if I'm using at 100 watts, then I'm using the motor at 100 watts. That means that I can go easily for 6 hours. I'm not going to run out of battery. Well, uphills are really bad for people who have herniated disc like me. And when I'm carrying this much stuff, I'll have to put as much watt power that I can to that motor to put the least amount of pressure on my back. And I know, comparing to the regular biker, that is not fair. But remember, if I didn't have that power, I wouldn't be able to be even on the bike. And honestly, if I can bike on anywhere that is straight, and if I can bike downhill, and if I can bike uphill, and when I get to an uphill, I can get extra power, I will always use it, because that gets me out. I mean, like that puts me on the road that without an electric bike I would never be able to do. Now, beside that, here's another thing. Some people think, well, then simply you can just not pedal and you're just going to use the throttle and do go up. Not really, at least not for my weight and not for the amount of things I carry. If I don't actually use the pedals, what happens is that my motor is gonna actually shut down the entire system, because it's gonna put too much power on the motor, and the motor can't take it. So simply put, actually sometimes you will see me going up hills and I am sweating and I'm panting and I'm doing like all the things, and I mean like all the things involved, I'm still exercising. I remember one time in 1 hour 10 minutes I burned 2,400 calories. 2,400 calories in 1 hour. 1 hour 10 minutes. And so, like, when people say electric bikes, oh, if it's an electric bike, then you're not doing anything, that's actually huge misconception, and depends on the electric biker. But still, I'll need to carry that extra power for myself at this point, because they always say, you pack your fears. And my fear is that if my back craps out, I won't be able to bike, and I'm in the middle of the highway and I can't get anywhere, and then I have to do something, and that extra battery that allows me to put it maybe at a higher power, use a lot less of my energy, or even if I'm in somewhere that is straight, I can just use the power instead of pedaling myself. But remember, if I'm using about like 750 watts, that battery will take me only 40 minutes. So, and 40 minutes might not be enough on Pacific Coast Highway with 10 miles an hour or 50 miles an hour to get you to somewhere safe. So anyway, so that's why I have my, but remember this, you always pack your fears. That's actually very, very true. So let's talk about the monstrosity bag. Bear spray. This is very important for me because I'm going on Pacific Coast Highway and I'm going to do wilderness camping, and I may actually encounter bears. So I have bear spray. Obviously, if you see a bear, you're not going to go spray them randomly. This only works for 8 feet away. So if the bear is 8 feet away from me, then this is going to be useful. And so for those of you who are animal lovers, remember, I'm a huge animal lover. At the same time, if a bear is 8 feet away from me and still charging at me, I'll need something to stay safe, and the bear to stay safe, because if the bear attacks me, then they're going to kill the bear as well. So this is going to keep me and the bear safe. Then I have this little thing that allows me, I actually forgot the English name of this. I mean, this is amazing because you can use this as a mask, you can use this as to keep your face warm, you can use this as an eye mask, you can use this for everything. My gloves, and I love the gloves because I mean, they're both a good sun protector and also keep you a little bit warm. And these things allow me to use my cell phone even when I'm wearing them, and my reusable mask. So this is the mask that I normally wear when I'm outside and I'm shopping. So those disposable ones that I had, those are for emergency. I'm not going to use them on a regular basis. So I usually use this, and then I'll go to place and I take the filter out and I wash the filter and put it back in. But I still have the disposable ones just in case if I'm going somewhere that I may need them, I'll just have them. This is the power bank for my cell phone. So this bag goes on the front pannier, on that orange thing right there, and the thing is going to be here, that power bank is going to be here, and it's going to come across and it's going to charge my cell phone right there. So that's actually that's how that's going to work. And then here I have my visibility vest, and I don't think I have actually anything in these two, right? So I have my visibility vest here in case if I need my visibility vest at night or when it's raining. Now inside I have this I think this is this is 1.8 meters, so that's 6 feet tall. That's 6 feet of cable, and that's a U-lock. So the U-lock or the D-lock, depending on which country you are from. That's for protecting the bike when I'm parking somewhere. Now, let's talk about this. So many things. Obviously, the paper tissues, the wet wipes. These are just. I have allergy to weather, so that's to help me a lot with just not having runny nose and other things. Especially COVID time, you have runny nose. People feel like you're gonna kill them. I've been having a runny nose for like 20 years for my allergies. But anytime that it rains, anytime it stops raining, and I live in Vancouver, which means that there are days that 3 times a day it stops raining and 3 times a day it starts raining. So, but that's kind of mainly for that, and I'm gonna cross Washington and Oregon, which kind of the same weather. I have the hand pump. The hand pump, the tire tubes, 2 tire tubes, lots and lots of zip ties. I love the zip ties, and I have industrial grade Velcro tapes. So these are actually, normally don't use them, but having them is good. Tire levers for changing the tires in case anything that happens. And here I have my multi-tool. I really like this one. This one actually I made it myself, didn't make it myself, but I bought like a bigger piece of a set of kind of like all the things, and I just selected the pieces that would work for my bike, and I actually just got those pieces and ditched the box, and I mean like left the box at home, and my set of pliers in case if I need to change my brake cables or anything. This is very useful for anybody who is biking. It's a long Allen key 5. You will need this pretty much for a lot of things in your bike. So if you're not carrying this, make sure you do this. And this is a card tool. And the card tool allows you, this is 40 different tools all in one place, and this is actually really great for lots of different things. I'm not going to go explain all the details because I'm going to leave the link to everything in the description. And this is my multi-tool. This is called M17. It has a chain breaker and it has a spoke key, and you always want to have a spoke key, especially for an electric bike, so that's very important. And then I have some other stuff down there, and I'm not going to explain all of those things. Anyways, so lots of things. Spokes, rear spokes, electric bike, rear spokes. These two are very important because in electric bikes, the first thing to break, if you're using a rear hub, which is my bike, you're gonna break your rear spokes. So the rear spokes, rear hub, make sure that you actually carry these. Here is why. Your rear spokes break. You may not be able to change them yourself, and you may need to take your bike to a shop. But here's what happens. You take your bike to the shop, the person looks at you is like, well, I can change it for you, I just don't have it. So make sure that you have it, so if the person is going to change it for you, the repair person is going to change it for you, you can actually get it changed, okay? CO2s. Again, you pack your fears, and I have lots of CO2s, and I have a gauge for my bike to see actually how far I've gone and like what the situation is. Use this only once, and then you have to throw the cartridge out, obviously in the recycling bag, but then again, most likely I'm going to use the ones I have and not going to buy them again, or maybe I do, but I don't know at this point. But I got to see what will happen when I get there. And then the chain loop. I've seen a lot of bike touring videos, and I've never seen people carrying a chain loop. And I always wonder, how do you take care of your bike? Like, how do you take care of your bike if you're not carrying a chain tool with chain lubricant with you? Like, how? I don't know. Like, I really don't know. And also I have some quick links in case if I break the chain. So all the things chain related. Again, I'm going through the pandemic, so I have the hand sanitizers with me. This is a Gorilla cell phone holder, and also I can put my GoPro on it. So aluminum foil. You wonder, why do you carry aluminum foil with you? Honestly, just a luxury for cooking. It's not heavy. I can just remove it. Again, all the things, and I know exactly what are the things I can skip carrying. All the things, if I remove them, are going to be about 2 pounds. So I've already weighted them. I already know. Remember, I'm an avid camper. Know what is luxury, what is not, and I'm just keeping them because 2 pounds for. If I have fire, if I have campfire, I'm just putting a potato inside this, or I'm putting like some salmon inside this, and I'm throwing it in the campfire. I mean, imagine like tahine with salmon inside this, just put it in the campfire, come back 10 minutes later, and you have this like amazing, or like trout. Oh my God, like, anyways, yes, definitely, I'm gonna carry this with me. And the 2 bike batteries and the charger for the bike batteries. I'm carrying only 1 charger. I could carry 2 or 3. Obviously I'm not gonna, because most likely I'm not gonna even use more than 1 battery a day, or even half a battery a day. So I'm not gonna carry extra chargers. These are just for my security. And most likely in the middle of the trip I'm gonna get rid of both of them, or at least one of them. And then underneath of this, I have some extra stuff, and they're mostly cables. So there's the brake cable, there's the shifting gear cable, and all the other things, and some extra disposable masks. And that is pretty much that. And that will bring us to everything that I'm carrying with me for 75 days. So I know that this video ended up being long. I cannot do anything short, but on the other hand, I'm sure that this was very comprehensive. As far as I know, and I watched lots and lots of videos, there are some stuff that I talked about here that many people don't talk about, and I don't know why they don't talk about them, or maybe they don't have them with them, but then that's questionable, because how can you not have those things with you? Anyways, that's where we are. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just start putting these all back again on the bike, and I'm gonna take one last shot of the bike with everything on it and explain how I'm securing all of these things. I gotta go and pack those things in the back properly, and I'll see you with the bike.